and not much time, but still much to do for the candidates in the state's hottest major race. It is really the only major race with some major suspense. Three well-known Democrats duking it out in the congressional contest here in the Albuquerque area for their party's nod.
They'll be working around the clock tonight and until the polls close tomorrow. News 13's Katie Kim caught up with all three of them. Katie?
It has been a nasty race, especially between the two candidates considered frontrunners. But it all comes down to who turns out the most voters in tomorrow's primary.
Hi, this is Eric Griego calling. How are you?
Cold calling.
I'm hoping to get your vote.
And knocking on doors.
I'm Marty Chavez. I'm running for Congress.
This is the final push for the three Democrats running in Albuquerque's congressional race. Former Mayor Marty Chavez, State Senator Eric Griego, and County Commissioner Michelle Lujan Grisham have each taken jabs at each other, knowing this is going down to the wire. A recent Journal poll shows it's a two-person race to the finish between Griego and Grisham. But Chavez, who is back 12 points, isn't fazed.
Polling doesn't mean anything at this point. It's who goes out and votes.
Then there's Griego and Grisham. Both launched nasty ad campaigns against each other and are trying to undo the damage.
This really actually, I think, gives them the opportunity to set those records straight and to get that information to voters.
In the last week, we've probably had 200 or 300 volunteers come through here, and they're all very fired up. Some of them are even more fired up because of some of the negativity.
The three all agree pushing their supporters to the polls is more important than ever because of a lower than expected voter turnout. And they're doing whatever it takes.
I'm going to send someone to your house at noon.
I'm calling undecided voters to see if I can, if there's anything that they want to know about me or the campaign that will help them make a decision.
We've got people going door to door. The weather holds up. I always thank the Lord for the rain. It's a good thing. It's not so good for turnout.
Tomorrow's winner faces Republican nominee Janice Arnold Jones, a former state rep. She is running unopposed in the primary. Back to you.
Okay, Katie, as she just mentioned, voter turnout is low this election. About 30,000 people have already voted in tomorrow's primary in Bernalillo County, either by absentee or in person. That's 10% of all county voters. And for the ones who haven't filled out a ballot yet, tomorrow is the first election where you can go to any voting location regardless of your precinct. So instead of 180 voting locations, there will be 69. County Clerk Maggie Toulouse-Oliver says that won't affect wait times.
I can actually have my staff on location at sites, especially during the key getting up and running hour in the morning between 6 and 7, and then that key hour after the polls close at 7 to make sure everything gets closed down properly. Having an actual trained staff person there on site can help make all the difference to help expedite matters.
Total voter turnout is expected to be about 25%. That's less than 100,000 voters. So far, the majority of voters have been Democrats.